Saved $60,000 for a $600,000 home? Here's why that's not enough in Australia. So you've finally made the life-altering decision to buy a house in Australia. Congrats. You're officially an adult now, or at least pretending to be one. You're done with paying rent for a shoebox with a shared bathroom and a neighbor who practices the drums at midnight. It's time to step up. You've been scrolling like it's Tinder and found the one, a $600,000 house. Cute little garden, 3 bedrooms close to Aldi, and best of all, no ghostly history on the listing. But before you call your mom and scream, "I'm a homeowner," let's do what every excited buyer dreads: the maths. You see, buying a house isn't as simple as handing over a suitcase full of cash like in a gangster movie. No. Welcome to the Adulting Olympics, where the hurdles are named deposit, stamp duty, LMI, conveyancing, and wait, what's that fee again? First, the big one. The 10% deposit. This is your entry ticket into the real estate jungle. For a $600,000 home, your 10% deposit is a casual $60,000. 60 grand. That's the cost of 6,000 smashed avocado toasts, or roughly a million cheap coffees. It's also what your parents probably paid for their entire home back in the 70s while also buying a Holden and going on a European holiday. But alright, you've been saving. You've skipped the Bali trips, switched to instant coffee, and lived with your parents longer than socially acceptable. Boom, $60,000. Tick. Now comes the hidden boss level, stamp duty. Stamp duty is basically the government's way of saying, congrats on your house, now pay us for no reason. Think of it like a cover charge for entering club adult life. In most Australian states, if you don't qualify for any exemptions, you'll need to fork out approximately $31,070 for stamp duty on a $600,000 home. Yes, you read that right, $31,070. What is it paying for? No one really knows. Maybe a magical stamp that blesses your front door. Maybe the Premier's annual wine budget. Either way, it's non-negotiable unless you're a first home buyer and qualify for exemptions. Let's pause here for a little joy. If you are a first home buyer and the property is under the relevant threshold in your state, you might just dodge that massive stamp duty bullet. That could mean your upfront costs drop by over 30 grand. That's not a small saving. That's a car, a honeymoon, an emergency snack fund. But if you're not eligible, please proceed to the next round. LMI, or lender's mortgage insurance, is not insurance for you. It's insurance for the bank in case you can't pay them. Think of it like buying a gift for someone in case you break their stuff. It doesn't benefit you one bit, but without it, the bank won't give you the loan unless you have a 20% deposit. If you only have the standard 10% deposit, expect to pay around $8,000 to $14,000 in LMI. Let's say yours is $11,000. That's a brand new kitchen you won't get. That's a full room of IKEA furniture you'll never build. But again, it's the cost of playing the homeownership game. Okay, moving on to the sneaky little costs that love to creep up like uninvited relatives. Other upfront costs, these are the ones nobody warns you about. Legal fees for conveyancing? Around $1,500 to $2,500. This covers your lawyer looking at pages and pages of contracts, pretending to read them while sipping coffee. Then there's building and pest inspection, $300 to $600. Yes, you need someone to tell you if your dream home has termites or if the walls are slowly sinking into the abyss. Then there's loan application fees, home and contents insurance, moving costs, and council rates in advance. Altogether, these other upfront costs can easily add up to another $4,000 to $6,000. So let's do a quick total tally. Deposit, $60,000. Stamp duty, $31,070. Let's say $11,000. Other upfront costs, around $5,000, that's $107,070. Just to step inside the house. Not to furnish it. Not to throw a housewarming party. Just to put the keys in the door and say, wow, I'm in crippling debt. If you're lucky enough to skip the stamp duty, your total upfront drops to about $76,000. Still painful, but slightly more digestible. Now let's talk about some things you might feel like doing but shouldn't. 1. Selling a kidney. It sounds quick and easy, but unfortunately the black market doesn't accept Afterpay. 2. Starting a GoFundMe titled, "Help Me Not Rent Forever." Creative, but you'll just get comments from boomers saying, "In my day we worked harder." 3. Marrying rich. Honestly, if it works, please make a YouTube tutorial. But if you're determined to do it the right way, saving, budgeting, sacrificing, then hats off to you. You're climbing a financial Everest and every single dollar counts. Now let's sprinkle in some fun facts to lighten the load. Did you know that in some states your home can have a name? That's right. You can call your house Casa del Broken Budget, and no one can stop you. You can even get a plaque made for it. Instant respect from the mailman. And yes, even after dropping $100K up front, you still have to mow the lawn yourself. Or hire a guy named Gary who charges $60 per hour, tells you his entire life story, and drinks 2 cups of your coffee every time. But wait, don't forget what you're gaining. You get to paint your walls whatever color you like. Want to go full Barbie pink in the lounge? Go wild. Feel like wallpapering your bedroom with cat photos? That's your call, my friend. You're not living under a landlord's beige tyranny anymore. You also get equity. That magical word that means your money isn't vanishing into a rental void anymore. You're actually building something. You can also get a dog. Or 5. Nobody can tell you to move out because your labradoodle barks too much. Except your neighbor. But they're just jealous. Buying a home in Australia is like climbing a financial mountain while juggling flaming receipts and dodging bank fees. It's intense. It's costly. But it's also wildly empowering. Sure, it feels like you're bleeding money, but at the end of the day you're investing in a piece of land where you can grow tomatoes, dance in your undies, or raise a family of future mortgage holders. So how much do you really need? If you're not eligible for any exemptions, you'll need about $100,000 to $111,000 upfront for a $600,000 home. If you're a first-home buyer and score a stamp duty exemption, you could get away with $70,000 to $80,000 upfront. Which is still painful but slightly less like financial surgery without anesthesia. Moral of the story? Start saving. Stop spending. Avoid avocado toast. Or just eat it at home. And when it gets hard, remember, you're not just buying a house. You're buying peace. Independence. A reason to own a tool set you'll never fully use.